Hello, my friends, my loyal friends, and welcome to new subscribers. This is a discussion about the Taurus new moon, which occurs Monday morning early, 5 o'clock in the morning, Brisbane time. So let's get started with quite a few things going on. It's a very busy time planetary wise, and we'd be wise to take deep breaths and not be too reactive because it's very volatile energy at the moment. So this Taurus new moon occurs just after 5:30 in the morning Brisbane time on Monday, the 28th of April, at 7 degrees 46 minutes. Now, if you're somewhere else in the world, please adjust your time accordingly. And as I suggested, there are very powerful and challenging energies around this new moon in Taurus, as it happens to be in an apex, so like the T square, involving Pluto and Mars opposition, all in fixed signs. And this indicates that there are three strong energies vying for dominance. So expect tensions and arguments. Our expectation is that there will be explosive events around this time. The Mars-Pluto opposition lasts for several weeks, although the moon will move and so will the sun. So the T-square will change. So we could expect changes in the financial sphere, the geophysical landscape, or even the political sphere. As I write this, because I was writing this earlier this week, Stefan Burns, who studies the activities of the sun and its relation to our Earth changes, was expecting a huge earthquake. Aha. Yes, and it happened on the 24th of April in Turkey. And there was a smaller one in New South Wales, Australia. Interesting how the sun's energy affects the earth. And interesting also that as I speak, there has been a funeral, or there is a funeral for the Pope in Rome, and around Rome have gathered many people in positions of power and influence. It sets the scene for amazing potential. We'll see what happens. Neptune, now in Aries, is continuing to support Pluto in Aquarius in exposing truths that have been hidden for many years. Shocking statistics are emerging about the damaging effects of the COVID pandemic on so many people. Having done so much legal work previously to successfully defend ordinary people from large companies, Robert F. Kennedy in the States seems to be leading the way. In Australia, the former Premier of Victoria, Daniel Andrews, is also being called to account. Venus, having been retrograde, now joins Saturn and the North Node, also in Pisces still, providing structure for our notions of what is valuable to us as we move forward in our life's journey. And so, yet another opportunity for you to discard that which no longer serves you and create new. New what? What would you like to create? About the time of the new moon, Uranus in 24 degrees, I think, maybe 20, no, 25, 26 degrees in Taurus, is conjunct Algol, which many believe to be the most malefic star in the sky. Algol brings an intensity to this connection with Uranus energy, which can bring innovation, sudden change, and unconventional ideas. Can we expect sudden transformative events, either global or personal, that shape our future? Interesting that at this time, as I mentioned before, there's a gathering of powerful folk in Rome for the funeral of the late Pope. We watch and wait. Remember, there are some things we cannot change. We have control over our responses. So ask yourself, what is your best response to the situation you face? Taurus energy is about what we value. This can be money, possessions, or material comforts. Taurus also values physical experiences like food and sensual pleasures. We can learn about patience and perseverance in Taurus energy. Sometimes Taurus is perceived as stubborn. Are there aspects of yourself that are stubborn without reason and you just need to let go? Take some time to review what you have. Are there aspects of your financial situation that need adjusting? Make those adjustments to secure your financial position. Remember that the stock market is very volatile at this time, responding to the challenging planetary energy. The GAN workshop I did a few weeks ago is quite useful in understanding these cycles, but I still need to do a lot of homework to understand the nuances. If you're interested in these techniques, check out Olga Morales, and I'll put her website and connection details at the on the notes for this video. She's a very learned lady, and she spent a lot of time studying GAN and the cycles. Going back to Taurus, what about the things that you have that you no longer use? Discard those possessions that no longer serve you and maybe taking up valuable space in your home. Do you really need all those clothes? How many sets of crockery do you really need? Do you have far too many cups or glasses? Pots or pans? Dishes? Take time to share meals with others, either at a restaurant or at home. Eat slowly and enjoy the sensation of the tastes and smells and pleasant company. Remember to use top quality ingredients. Your body deserves the best. And do make sure that you give thanks for the food that you eat. Gratitude is important. Consider having a massage or going to the bathhouse for a watery experience with some friends. Maybe enjoy a massage or a reflexology treatment. Wallow in the physical. Relax. This is often when inspiration comes. I have mentioned Veda Austin previously. She is doing cutting-edge research on the properties of water, following on from the work of Masaru Emoto. Her research indicates that water has properties we have never considered, and that our energy affects the water. Remember that our bodies consist of mainly water, and the mind boggles as to where this research will lead. In her interview with Pam Gregory, Veda also refers to work she has been doing with autistic folk. Inspired by the telepathy tapes, Veda has found amazing wisdom inside many of these non-verbal people. You might want to check it out. Fascinating. Now, as mentioned previously, did you know that astrology can be used to inform your trading on the stock market? I recently went to a workshop in Melbourne conducted by Olga Morales, and she taught us what she knows about how W.D. Gann in the early 1900s used astrology and the wisdom from the Bible to help him successfully predict trading cycles. It's very interesting, and I'm still reviewing the material and trying to apply the information. I just need time to focus. Maybe the Taurus time will help me focus. It's a nice earthy energy. Now, since my health philosophy is about prevention rather than cure, I take myself off to the Scalar Healing Center every few weeks. And this modality is energetic, affecting the internal structure of the cells of our body. The energy and the frequency emitted by the technology provides the optimum environment for our bodies to heal themselves. As a shared experience with up to 5 other folk, it's a very effective way, in my opinion, to keep the body on track. There are times when I can feel that energy pulsing in particular parts of my body, especially my lungs, which are often wheezing. And some years ago, a scoliosis was revealed to me and explained some of my health issues, minor. But, since immersing myself in this energy field on a regular basis, that scoliosis in my back has improved enormously. Now, the S hasn't gone away, but it's actually softened. So if you're interested in more information, do check out Dr. Sandra Rose Michael, the inventor of this technology, as she explains it. She does it so much better than I do. And there are many testimonials about the effectiveness of this treatment that are far more interesting than mine and more powerful. So here we are in Australia, heading for a federal election. And meantime, there's also an election in Singapore as we speak. And there's been an election in Canada. The results are not out yet. And these elections are for the people to choose their representatives for Parliament. As an Australian citizen, you are privileged and compelled to vote. So I encourage you to use your vote wisely. Check out the candidates in your area and choose the one you feel is best to represent you in your electorate. Remember to number all the boxes so that your vote counts. The Senate is the House of Review, and each state has 12 senators, 6 of which are to be elected this election. Now, it's easy to vote above the line, where you are choosing party representation. But I believe if you are serious about your selection, choose at least 12 candidates below the line. Do your homework. This is your responsibility as a citizen. Pluto is in Aquarius. It is time for the power of the people. So check out the AEC website. It's got quite useful information for you. This year, the Greek Orthodox Easter coincided with the rest of the Christian world. And I enjoyed sharing the service with my neighbour at the local Greek community, where the priest embraces folks from many different places. The gospel was read in several different languages: English, Latin, French, Aramaic, Russian, Romanian, Ukrainian. Amazing. After the service, the ladies from the church fed just under 400 people with delicious roast lamb, potatoes, rice, and salads. The event was attended by local dignitaries, and there was lots of music and dancing. I find it intriguing that the participants were from so many demographics: elderly folk to tiny little babies, and everybody in between. Lots of fun celebrating new life. Thank you, Alexandra. Now, yoga for happy hormones. I'm mentioning that, and I will keep mentioning that. So, using the energy of my chart, I'm working on learning and creating the systems, the technology I need to provide this program online. My photographs are several years old, so I have set up a personal photography session to update those images in the next few days. And this will provide me with material to use in the course and in social media posts, as well as the new website that I'm currently negotiating. So at the same time, I'm creating material to teach yoga for body, mind, and soul, specifically for the older body. Yoga is a way of life for me and has served me very well. So I want to share this with others because I know it makes a difference. Yes, it requires discipline and focus. But if you want to achieve anything in life, you do need those attributes. And as I release this material, understand that you can still continue your current yoga practice if you really have one. This course will add to your information and understanding of yoga as a way of life, and you can run the two together. this yoga for happy hormones is not for everyone. He's quite niche. However, I encourage you to check it out and try several classes before you make a decision. Now, that's all this time, folks. Sorry, that's all, folks, for this time. Please be careful in your responses to what goes on around you. Take a deep breath and a step back before you respond. Enjoy the energy of Taurus. Wallow in the physical. Enjoy your meals, your massages, your lying in the sunshine. And I'll talk to you again next time when the energy is in Gemini. That's all for now, folks. Bye for now.